From Rick Mays Gymnasium in Sandy Hook, Kentucky at Elliott County High School, I'm Chris Dickerson along with Skylar Dickerson. We want to welcome you to a Monday evening high school basketball game between the Elliott County Lions and the Jackson City Tigers. Skylar, this is the first trip we've had so far this year to Sandy Hook to see Elliott County's boys play.
Yeah, it's exciting. You know, we was talking about this before we went on air. It feels like it's been forever since we've been here, and I mean, really it has. So I'm excited to be back at home, and it's going to be a fun night of basketball.
Well, we're going to be here quite a bit over the next 3 weeks. I think we've got 4 or 5 Elliott County games here to close out the season with, and then possibly the district tournament here too. So you'll be seeing a lot of this floor over the next 3 or 4 weeks. Let's take a look at both of these teams tonight. As I said, this is our first trip to Rick Mays Gymnasium to see the boys this year. They're taking on the Tigers of Jackson City. Jackson City in the 14th region out of the 55th district, coached by head coach Carmut Back in his second season. Jackson City comes into this game with a record of 3-16. They've lost their last 2 games, and they're 1-9 in their last 10. Their last game was Saturday afternoon. They played that in Breathitt County at Jackson City High School, and they lost to Somerset Christian School 74-48 in the Kentucky Prep Showcase. Jackson City comes into this game averaging 48.8 points per game while allowing 65.9 points per game, and they're being outscored by an average of 17.1 points per game. From the floor, Jackson City shoots 38.5% on the season, 37.9% from behind the three-point line, and at the charity stripe, the Tigers are shooting 64.6% on the season. Rebounding, Jackson City pulling down 23.3 rebounds per game. Taking a look at the team leaders for Jackson City in scoring, Gavin Ritchie leads Jackson City, averaging 13.2 points per game. Ritchie also leads them in field goal percentage, shooting 41.4% from the floor, and from behind the three-point line, Paxton Howard is their best shooter from distance at 42.9%. From the free throw line, again, Gavin Ritchie leads them in that category also at 72.7%, and Paxton Howard leads Jackson City in rebounding, pulling down 5.9 rebounds per game. Starting lineups for Jackson City. Number 2, 5'10" senior Jacob Morgan. Morgan comes into this contest averaging 9.6 points per game, shooting 38.8% from the floor, 17.4% from behind the three-point line, 68.2% from the charity stripe, and Morgan pulls down 5.8 rebounds per game. Number 3, 5'10" sophomore Gavin Ritchie. Ritchie comes into this contest Jackson City's leading scorer again at 13.2 points per game. He's their best shooter from the floor at 41.4%, and from behind the three-point line, Ritchie shoots 41%. Their best free throw shooter at 72.7%, and Gavin pulls down 3.1 rebounds per game. Number 10, 5'8" senior Evan Phipps. Phipps comes into this contest averaging 7.7 points per game, shooting 34.7% from the floor. Phipps from distance is 36.8% and shoots 55.6% from the charity stripe. Phipps pulls down 2.9 rebounds per game. Number 21, 5'8" freshman Gideon Bowling. Bowling comes into this contest averaging 5.8 points per game. He shoots 40.7% from the floor, 34.4% from behind the three-point line, 57.1% from the charity stripe, and Bowling pulls down 2.9 rebounds per game. And rounding out the starting lineup for Jackson City, number 32, 5'10" senior Paxton Howard. Howard comes into the contest averaging 10.3 points per game, 40.5% on his field goal attempts, and their best shooter from distance at 42.9%. Paxton is a 65% shooter from the charity stripe and their leading rebounder, pulling down 5.9 rebounds per game. So again, your starting lineup for head coach Carmut Back's Jackson City Tigers: number 2, 5'10" senior Jacob Morgan; number 3, 5'10" sophomore Gavin Ritchie; number 10, 5'8" senior Evan Phipps; number 21, 5'8" freshman Gideon Bowling; and number 32, 5'10" senior Paxton Howard. Taking a look at Elliott County. Elliott County comes into this game under the direction of longtime head coach Greg Atkins. Greg in his 17th season here in Sandy Hook. Elliott County with a record of 11-5 coming into this contest, and they're 6-4 over their last 10 games. Their last game was Friday evening here in Sandy Hook at Rick Mays Gymnasium. They defeated the West Carter Comets 46-37. Within the district this year, Elliott County is tied with East Carter currently, both of those teams with a record of 2-1. However, East Carter did defeat Elliott County last week in Grayson 42-38, but East Carter has road trips left both here in Sandy Hook and to West Liberty before the regular season is over with. District tournament history for Elliott County. 10-time district champions the last 24 years. Last time they was district champ was in 2022. They have been runners-up 6 times since in the last 24 years. The last time they were runner-up was in 2021, and they've lost in the first round both of the last 2 years. Versus the 16th region this season, Elliott County's played 11 games against 16th region competition. They're 9-2 in those games. 2 losses they had, they were 9-3, 2 losses they had were by 10 points. We'll get it right here in a minute. 9-2, their 2 losses were by 10 points total, and that was 6 points to Raceland at Worthington, and they lost in Grayson to East Carter last week by 4. Regional tournament history for this team. 16 times in the last 24 years this team's been to the regional tournament at Moorhead. They're 11-5 in first round games. 6 times 16th region champions, 2007, 8, and 9, and again in 2015, 16, and 17. And Elliott County is 6-1 in championship games in 16th region tournament history the last 24 years. Taking a look at team statistics for Elliott County scoring, they're averaging 56.1 points per game. They come into this contest giving up 47 points per game, and they're outscoring their opponents by 9.1 points per game. From the floor, Elliott County shoots 49.7% as a team. From behind the three-point line, 36.1%. They average putting up 23-point field goal attempts per game. From the charity stripe, Elliott County shoots 66.7% on the season. They get to the free throw line an average of 12.3 times per game, and the Lions pull down 26.8 rebounds per game. Team leaders for Elliott County in scoring. Lake Atkins, the leading scorer at 15.5 points per game. Aiden Barker is their best shooter from the floor at 62.1%. And also from behind the three-point line, Barker shooting 50% on the season. From the charity stripe, Lake Atkins, 84% from the free throw line on the season. And Tyson Crabtree, their leading rebounder, pulling down 8 rebounds per game. Taking a look at the starting lineup for Elliott County, number 3, 6'2" sophomore Aiden Barker. Barker comes into this contest averaging 12.8 points per game. Again, their best shooter from the floor and from distance, 62.1% from the floor, 50% from behind the three-point line. And Barker shoots 47.5% from the free throw line while pulling down 4.4 rebounds per game. Number 5, 5'6" sophomore Elijah Faulkner. Faulkner comes into this contest averaging 8.1 points per game, shooting 41.7% from the floor, 39.7% from behind the three-point line, and Elijah shoots free throws at a rate of 66.7%. Faulkner pulls down 1.2 rebounds per game. Number 21, 6'2" sophomore Lake Atkins. Lake comes into the contest averaging 15.5 points per game, leads Elliott County in scoring, 52.6% from the floor, 39.2% from behind the three-point line, and Lake burning it up at the charity stripe, 84% so far on the season, 2.4 rebounds per game. Number 23, 6'2" sophomore Ian Griffith. Griffith comes into this contest averaging 6.8 points per game, 41.7% he shoots from the floor, 23.3% from behind the three-point line. Ian is at 64.7% on the season from the charity stripe, and he pulls down 5.8 rebounds per game. And rounding out the starting lineup for Elliott County, number 44, 6'3" junior Tyson Crabtree. Crabtree comes into this contest averaging 8.9 points per game, shooting 62% from the floor, from behind the three-point line 40%, 63.6% from the charity stripe, and Crabtree the leading rebounder for Elliott County, averaging 8 rebounds per game. So again for Elliott County, number 3, 6'2" sophomore Aiden Barker. Number 5, 5'6" sophomore Elijah Faulkner. Number 21, 6'2" sophomore Lake Atkins. Number 23, 6'2" sophomore Ian Griffith. And number 44, 6'3" junior Tyson Crabtree. Elliott County is 5-2 since 1999 against Jackson City. Their last meeting was in Jackson City last year on February the 10th. Jackson City won that game 55-29. The last Elliott County win was on December the 21st of 2022, and that was 58-54 at Hyden in the Citizens Bank Classic. And the last Elliott County win over Jackson City and Sandy Hook was all the way back on February the 1st of 1999. Elliott County won that game 140-79. We'll now go to the floor. We'll have the national anthem here in just a moment and the official introductions of the starting lineups. You're watching Elliott County Lions basketball on MTTV Channel 2 and on our SpreeTV app on YouTube. Both teams on the floor were ready to get this game underway. Elliott County in the white with maroon trim and numerals. Jackson City in the black with purple and gold trim. Ian Griffith moves in to jump it up against Jacob Morgan, and this game's underway. Let's play basketball here in Sandy Hook. Opening tip controlled by Elliott County. First possession of the game. Griffith with the three out of the corner. That's off of the rim, no good. Aiden Barker chases down the long rebound, saves it inbounds, but to Jackson City's Jacob Morgan. So the Tigers with their first possession. Evan Phipps brings it into the front court. He'll set the offense for Jackson City. He comes near side to Paxton Howard. Howard dumps it down in the paint, now back out on the wing to Bowling, and they work the ball around the perimeter.
Good defense by Elliott County here to start this first possession.
Evan Phipps with Barker on him, now top of the key. That was a fake three by Ritchie. Phipps has to chase it down. Gives it back to Ritchie. Now on the wing, they try to dump it down inside the circle. They do to Morgan. That ball's batted away. Lake Atkins going the other way off the glass and in. So Lake Atkins with the turnover on Jackson City, and he converts it into 2 points on the Elliott County end. And we'll have a foul on Elliott County here, and that'll be on Adkins. First foul of the basketball game. Elliott County comes out in full court pressure. We'll see how Jackson City handles this. Phipps is double teamed. Gets it across the timeline to Bowling. He's double teamed now, back to Phipps. Bowling at the top of the key. Gives it to Gavin Ritchie. Ritchie faked the three, drives down inside the paint, now kicks it back out on the wing. Howard, jump shot on the way, no good. Contact, no whistle. Lake Atkins comes away with the rebound. Into the front court, down the right side, in the corner to Griffith, back out to Atkins. Atkins in the circle, back to Griffith. He brings it out on top. 6:10 left on a moving clock here in the first quarter. 2-0 Elliott County with the early lead. Elijah Faulkner in between the circles. Jackson City in the 2-3 zone. Good bounce pass to Ian Griffith, and his shot's up off the glass and in. So Griffith with the bucket, Faulkner with the assist, and the full court pressure is really causing Jackson City problems. Ritchie gets the pass across the timeline to Paxton Howard on the wing. He's got Griffith all over him. Back out three ball on the way. That's no good by Bowling. Griffith gets a running rebound into the front court, down the lane, off the glass, and in.
Good take.
Coast to coast for Ian Griffith. He scores. Elliott County jumps out to a 6-0 lead, and we've got a timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with Jackson City. Elliott County 6, Jackson City nothing. We'll be back to Sandy Hook in 30 seconds.
In today's world, staying connected is more important than ever. We're not just here to sell you a plan or a phone. We're here to serve you because we live and work right here in the communities we call home. At Appalachian Wireless, you're not just another customer. You're our neighbor, a friend, and a part of our family. We're here to keep you connected to what matters most. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Jackson City out of the timeout with the basketball. They trail 6-0 as Gavin Ritchie brings it into the front court. Evan Phipps in between the circles. Back to Ritchie on the wing. They play catch, top of the key. Phipps back to Ritchie. Phipps on the right wing. Crabtree on him. He shoots a three over top, no good. And Griffith with another rebound for Elliott County. Ian quickly into the front court, top of the key. No look pass to Crabtree, and Tyson banks it in off the glass. Crabtree with the bucket. Ian Griffith with the assist, and Elliott County scored the first 8. Bowling in the front court for Jackson City. He'll back it out. Now clock down under 4:45 left here in the first quarter. Howard in the corner to Bowling. It goes out of bounds, and I believe we'll have a foul on Elijah Faulkner. That's Faulkner's first, team second. And Gavin Ritchie will toss it in for Jackson City. Bowling with Faulkner on him, brings it into the front court. Gives it to Evan Phipps. Phipps to Morgan now on the wing. They dump it down in the paint. Shot off the glass, no good by Ritchie. And the rebound comes off to Lake Atkins. Elliott County quickly in the front court, down the lane, off the glass and in. Lake Atkins with the bucket. He's got 4. And Elliott County scored the first 10. That'll stay with Jackson City as Ethan Copley checks into the lineup for Elliott County for Faulkner. So Skylar, Elliott County getting off to a fast start here.
Yeah, you know, and we was talking about this at the commercial break. Look how much better these boys are conditioned now since the last time we've saw them. The rotations and everything during this full court press, it's looking a lot better. They're looking sharpened up and looking ready for the postseason or close to it.
You can tell they've had several games together this year. They look a lot more in sync now. Of course, it was very early in the season when we saw them. Jackson City looking for their first bucket. Ritchie with the basketball on the wing to Phipps. Back to Ritchie now on the far side to Bowling. Phipps dumps it down in the paint. Crabtree blocks that shot of Morgan's and takes it away. Here comes Lake Atkins. Long pass ahead to Aiden Barker off the glass and in. What a pass by Lake Atkins. Not only is Elliott County scoring, but they're getting assists on every bucket. 3-ball out of the corner. Jacob Morgan is good. And that puts Jackson City on the board. 12-3 Elliott County. 3:08 on a moving clock left here in the first quarter. Crabtree in the corner, comes to Copley. Copley finds Crabtree on the block, spins left in the corner. Barker, 3 on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, Crabtree back up and in. Crabtree's a workhorse in the paint for Elliott County. He's got 4.
Here we go, another steal.
Another turnover. Barker puts it off the glass, misses the shot, and it goes out of bounds over to Jackson City. As Arrowwood and Slose comes into the lineup for Elliott County, will replace Crabtree and Barker. 14-3, Elliott County with the 11-point lead. And Jackson City takes their second time out of the first quarter, and we'll take it with them. 2:41 left on the clock, 14-3 Lions, and we'll be back to Sandy Hook in 60 seconds.
In today's world, staying connected is more important than ever. We're not just here to sell you a plan or a phone. We're here to serve you because we live and work right here in the communities we call home. At Appalachian Wireless, you're not just another customer. You're our neighbor, a friend, and a part of our family. We're here to keep you connected to what matters most. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Well, the first 5 minutes and 19 seconds plus of the first quarter has been good for Elliott County. They've scored 14 of the first 17 points and lead this game 14-3. In the paint, that shot was no good by Paxton Howard. Griffith got the rebound for Elliott County, and they'll call the foul on Howard for Jackson City. That's the first team foul on Jackson City, as Copley brings it into the front court and gives it to Arrowwood on the wing. Now to Griffith in between the circles. Lake Atkins on the wing. Caden Slose, top of the key. Arrowwood floats it over to Copley. Back to Lake Atkins. He'll take that 3 about 3 foot behind the three-point line, and you can hear the strings pop on that one. Lake Atkins with the triple. He's got 7, and Elliott County's got their biggest lead of 14. 17-3. Bowling with Slose on him. Drives down inside the circle. Griffith picks him up there. Now he backs it out. Ritchie. Long 3 by Ritchie is good. Gavin Ritchie with the triple. Jackson City has a pair of them, and they trail by 11, 17-6. Copley fakes a 3, drives in the paint, kicks it back to Arrowwood. Griffith on the baseline. That ball's out of bounds off of Howard. It'll stay with Elliott County.
I thought he touched that.
He apparently did. I thought it went off of Paxton Howard, but it went off of Elliott County, so it'll go over to Jackson City. Full court pressure again for Elliott County. Howard gets it into the front court, picks his dribble up, he's double teamed, and throws it into the back court. That'll be a turnover on Jackson City. So 1:13 left on the clock here in the first quarter. It's been all Elliott County, 17-6. They're scoring at a good pace here in this game, not quite the pace of 140 Elliott County scored the last time they played Jackson City here in 1999 as Aiden Barker banks that in off the glass. And the lead's 13, 19-6. And another turnover for Jackson City as Ritchie steps on the baseline. Faulkner brings it into the front court. Clock down under a minute now left here in the quarter. Gives it to Copley on the wing. Ethan comes back out and gives it to Elijah. Faulkner comes to the near side. Arrowwood cutting down underneath. They're looking for him too. Faulkner takes a three. Right wing, no good, up over the top of the backboard, out of bounds. And this will be the first time Elliott County's backed off on the press. Phipps brings it into the front court. Gives it to Ritchie on the wing to Bowling. Paxton Howard with Faulkner on him, spins right. Kicks it back to Ritchie. Now Howard, three, right wing, no good. Faulkner with the rebound. Clock down to 12 seconds. Front court, Copley. Down on the block, tried to get it back to Barker. Barker picks it up, finds Arrowwood in the corner. Three on the way, no good. Rebound batted around, and Morgan pulls it down for Jackson City, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. A good first quarter for Elliott County. Your score here at the end of a 1 in Rick Mays Gymnasium. The Lions of Elliott County 19, Jackson City 6. We'll be back to Sandy Hook in 60 seconds.
In today's world, staying connected is more important than ever. We're not just here to sell you a plan or a phone. We're here to serve you because we live and work right here in the communities we call home. At Appalachian Wireless, you're not just another customer. You're our neighbor, a friend, and a part of our family. We're here to keep you connected to what matters most. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Nineteen to 6, Elliott County as we go to the second quarter. Skyler, what's your take on the first quarter?
I mean, it's been all Elliott County. It's been full court pressure the whole 8 minutes, the whole opening of the game, and I don't see it letting up. You know, they're setting back a little here, but with the rotations they have on hand, I think Elliott County can play as intense as they want all night.
Lake Atkins leads Elliott in scoring with 7 in the first quarter. 3 ball on the way for Gideon Bowling, no good, and Crabtree gets the rebound. Crabtree, Griffith, Atkins, Barker, and Faulkner on the floor to start the second quarter for Elliott County. Ian Griffith, left elbow jumper. That was partially blocked. And Howard came away with the rebound for Jackson City. Phipps gets it to Ritchie, back to Phipps. 3 ball on the way. That's off the left side, no good, and Crabtree get another rebound. Aiden Barker into the front court down the right side. Drives inside the circle, picks his dribble up, comes back out to Griffith. Griffith with Gavin Ritchie on him, gives it to Faulkner. Faulkner guarded by Evan Phipps, comes near side. Lake Atkins, 3 ball on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, Griffith. It's loose on the floor, picked up by Barker. Second chance for Elliott County. Let's see if they can make it count. Played a little over a minute here in the second quarter. Lake Atkins drives on the baseline, and there'll be a blocking foul called on Paxton Howard. First team foul of the second quarter. And Skyler, we've talked about this a lot this year. I don't like it at all the way the fouls and the free throw shooting is now. 5 fouls a quarter as Lake Atkins hits the floater and the runner in the lane. He's got 9 in the game now, and it's 21 to 6. But you don't see a lot of free throws now.
No, you don't. And I think that's what makes these players really rely more on playing good basketball. And whether you like it or not, it's just a different way you have to play and a different strategy you got to adapt to.
It's a different way you have to play. As Faulkner misses the 3, Howard gets the rebound for Jackson City. You know, there's no more 1-on-1. There's no more pressure free throws anymore.
Well, and basketball's constantly, you know, it's going through a state of evolution at all times. Even like back when you was playing, there's nothing that would get away now that would back then.
Oh, no.
No walks, nothing. I mean,
Lake Atkins in the front court, down the lane, kicks it in the corner. Barker with a 3 on the way. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Bowling for Jackson City. And if I'm not mistaken, Jackson City's not made a substitution yet, have they?
No.
Howard at the top of the key, comes on the wing to Ritchie. Crabtree comes out to pick him up. Gavin drives down the lane, and he's tied up by Griffith. The jump ball's called possession arrow points which way? To Elliott. Jackson City's first substitution, Caden Howard, the 5'10 sophomore, checks into the lineup for Paxton Howard. Faulkner brings it into the front court, gives it to Crabtree down in the corner to Barker. Ian Griffith. Faulkner on the wing, 3 on the way, no good. Long rebound taken down by Griffith, extended possession. Ian backs up, takes a 3, that's no good. Lake Atkins offensive rebound, third chance. Turnaround off the glass, no good. And Jacob Morgan gets the rebound for Jackson City. So Elliott County had 3 cracks at it that time and couldn't score. Bowling in the front court, gives it to Ritchie. Long 3, left wing, no good, over the backboard and out of bounds. (21-6), Elliott County with a 15-point lead, 4:50 left on a moving clock here in the first half. Barker finds Crabtree in the lane, and Crabtree banks it off the glass and in. So Aiden Barker with the assist. Crabtree has 6 points now, and the lead's 17, 23-6. Morgan in the corner to Ritchie. Ritchie drives in the lane back to Morgan. Off the glass and in. Jacob Morgan with the bucket. Ritchie with the assist. And it's 23-8. Elliott County's led by as many as 17. Faulkner, good pass to Ian Griffith. He misses the turnaround off the glass. And Morgan comes away with the rebound in the front court, down the lane, off the glass, blocked by Griffith, but they'll also call Griffith for the foul. And Ian Griffith got up on that one.
Yeah, good effort. I think that was a discretion call. I would have let him get away with it.
The 5'10 senior Jacob Morgan, 68.2% on the season for Jackson City, misses the first one. Jackson City 64.6% as a team as Copley checks back into the lineup for Faulkner for Elliott County. Second free throw's up, and it's no good, and Tyson Crabtree gets the rebound. Lake Atkins down the left side of the lane, off the glass and in, and that just looked too easy.
Give him 11.
Leads back to 17, 25-8. There's another turnover. Atkins off the glass and in. Give him 13. Leads 19. It'll stay with Jackson City. Arrowwood and Slose checks back into the lineup for Barker and Griffith. Phipps into the front court. In the corner, 3 on the way. No good by Jacob Morgan. Long rebound taken down by Ritchie. He comes back out on top. Morgan fakes a 3. Goes back outside to Phipps. He misses the 3, and Crabtree get another rebound. Copley quickly into the front court. Arrowwood pulled up, didn't take the 3. And they'll set the offense. Slose brings it to Copley. They play catch back and forth. Crabtree, Atkins on the wing, down on the block, back to Crabtree, up and no good. Halfway, down and out. Ritchie gets the rebound. Here he comes into the front court, down the lane, off the glass. That was blocked by Slose. But Jackson City picks it up. Ritchie gets it to Phipps, back to the top of the key. That 3's up and good by Gavin Ritchie. He's got 6. And the Elliott County leads 16, 27-11. Slopes in the corner, finds Atkins on the block, spins left, puts a shot up, no good. Crabtree tips it, it's loose on the floor to Jackson City. Again, pressure by Elliott County.
When you hear Greg Atkins say up, you know it's getting ready to be full court denial.
And they call bowling for the travel. So another turnover for Jackson City. How many turnovers, Skylar, have you got them with here in the first half?
I got them with 6, but I'm sure there's been more. It feels like there's been a ton more, but.
And Ethan Copley was fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Jacob Morgan picks up the foul for Jackson City. Copley, perfect on the season from the free throw line, makes the first one. Lead back to 17. Ethan makes them both. So Copley with his first 2 points. And the lead's 18, 29-11. Ritchie on the wing in the corner to Caden Holbrook, and he loses it. Here comes Arrowwood in the front court, down the lane. 2 defenders, backs up, puts it up off the glass, no good. Ball back tip, Slose picks it up, second chance. Lake Atkins 3. That's halfway down and out. Third time, Tyson Crabtree off the glass and in. Crabtree with 8. He's having an excellent first half. Leads 20, 31-11. Phipps in between the circles, gives it to Ritchie. Ritchie with Atkins on him, back to Phipps. Bowling on the wing. Clock approaching a minute left here in the first half. Down in the paint, Morgan puts a shot up and in, count it. And he'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. The foul's on Arrowwood for Elliott County. So bowling with the bucket as Faulkner checks back into the lineup for Elliott County. Bowling is 68.2% shooter from the free throw line on the season, makes the free throw. He's got 8, and the lead's 31-14. Copley gives it to Faulkner, gets it into Barker in the lane. He turns left, back right off the glass and in. Aiden Barker with 6. Full court pressure again. Phipps brings it into the front court. Gets it to Morgan. Gavin Ritchie spins left in the lane, puts a shot up, no good. Caden Slose with the rebound. And they call the Jackson City foul on Gavin Ritchie. That's his first, team third. And with 20.3 seconds left on the clock, Elliott County has the basketball in a 19-point lead. Slose finds Faulkner on the wing to Barker. In the corner, Arrowwood, 3 on the way, no good, 4 seconds. Bowling got the rebound. And that shot's just off the mark by Evan Phipps. Brings us to the break here in Sandy Hook. Your score at halftime, Elliott County 33, Jackson City 14. And we'll be back to Sandy Hook in a couple of minutes to take a look at the statistics from the first half action. You're watching Elliott County Lions basketball on MTTV Channel 2 and on our SpreeTV app on YouTube.
In today's world, staying connected is more important than ever. We're not just here to sell you a plan or a phone. We're here to serve you because we live and work right here in the communities we call home. At Appalachian Wireless, you're not just another customer. You're our neighbor, a friend, and a part of our family. We're here to keep you connected to what matters most. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
At Traditional Bank, we believe better banking starts in our community. Whether we're serving on a board, volunteering for an event, or helping you open an account, we are proud to call Menifee County home. Call our team at 606-768-2145 to connect with your hometown bankers. Traditional Bank. Lead local, serve local. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Go Cats! The Citizens Bank is a locally owned bank that offers totally free checking for everyone. No hoops, no hassle. With our totally free checking, enjoy banking on the go with mobile banking, mobile deposit, bill pay, and the ability to send money to friends, family, and co-workers instantly with Zelle for free. Call or stop by today at one of our 5 banking centers for more information. The Citizens Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezell. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here in Sandy Hook, it's halftime, and Elliott County has a 33-14 lead over Jackson City. Skyler, what's your take on the first half?
Well, it was all Elliott County. You know, they took 33 shots and converted that to 33 points. Of those 33, they hit 15 for 45%. From behind the three-point line, they was pretty cold. They was 1 of 12 for 8%. Ethan Copley hit both his free throws for 100%. They pulled down 18 rebounds to Jackson City's 11. And not only that, but they pulled down 7 offensive to Jackson County's 2 offensive. You can't really beat that. I mean, Greg ought to be happy of how his boys are playing, and if he can get them to come back out here with that same intensity that they had in the first half, I think they'll be all right. Jackson City really ain't having the best start. They're 5 of 20 right now, shooting 25% from the floor. They're 3 of 13 from behind the three-point line for 23%. They've hit 1 of 3 free throws for 33%. Like I said earlier, they pulled down 11 rebounds, but they had 7 turnovers.
Well, rebounding is always a big statistic that we look at when we come into these games and these matchups. And these teams were pretty even coming into tonight as far as their season stats go. Elliott County plus 2.5 on the boards to Jackson City per average per game. So they've done much better than that in the first half. And even though they shot even 1 for 12, as you said, from behind the three-point line, Elliott County came into this game shooting 36% on the season from behind the three-point line. So they're 1 of 12 in the first half here, and they still have a 19-point lead at 33-14. So by looking at it that way, it could be even more than what it is. Let's take a look at the individual scoring in the first half for these teams. First, for Jackson City, they only had 2 players to dot the scorebook in the first half. Jacob Morgan came into this contest averaging 9.6 points per game. He scored 8 in the first half. And Jackson City's leading scorer, Gavin Ritchie, came into the contest averaging 13.2 points per game. He had a pair of 3-point buckets in the first half. He scored 6, and that's Jackson City's 14 points in the first half. Elliott County was led in scoring by Lake Atkins with 13 points. Tyson Crabtree with a good first half for Elliott County. He had 8 points. Aiden Barker right behind him with 6. Ian Griffith with 4, and Ethan Copley with 2 to round out the 33 points in scoring for Elliott County. Elliott County outscored Jackson City 19-6 in the first quarter. They scored the first 12 points of the game. They outscored Jackson City 14-8 in the second quarter, and that's your 19-point lead to 33-14 here at the break. Largest lead of the first half. On 2 different occasions, Elliott County led by 20 points. The last time it was 33-13. Taking a look at Elliott County's schedule, we're getting late in the season, but there's still some good basketball left here in Sandy Hook. Of course, tonight they're playing Jackson City. Wednesday evening, they travel to Olive Field to take on the West Carter Comets in a 62nd District rematch game. Elliott County defeated West Carter here last Friday night, 46-37. And they play the Boyd County Lions here this Friday evening with a 7:30 tap. at Rick Mays Gymnasium, and we will have that game here on MTTV Channel 2. That should be a good game between Elliott County and Boyd County. Morgan County comes to town here next week on Tuesday evening. Another big 62nd District matchup. We'll have that game here on MTTV Channel 2 as well. That game will tip at 7:30 next Tuesday evening. Then they also still have Fairview and Menifee County left on the schedule here in Sandy Hook. Road games that they have left, again, I said they go to West Carter. They play this same Jackson City team in Jackson on February the 12th. They still have Phelps on the schedule, and they also go to Round County. They play the Round County Vikings in Moorhead on Tuesday, February the 18th, and we have that game scheduled to show here on MTTV Channel 2 as well. So we got 3 minutes left here before the second half gets underway. Elliott County just coming back out onto the floor. Jackson City still in the locker room. We'll go back to the studio, take a break for a couple of minutes, and we'll be back with all the second half action. You're watching Elliott County Lions basketball on MTTV Channel 2 and on our SpreeTV page on YouTube, wherever you may be. We hope you're enjoying the contest this evening, and we'll be back to Rick Mays Gymnasium in 2 minutes. Well, to the second half we go. The first half was all Elliott County, 33-14. We get ready to start the third quarter. Same starting five back on the floor for Jackson City. Morgan, Ritchie, Phipps, Bowling, and Howard. Elliott County with Griffith, Crabtree, Atkins, Faulkner, and Barker, their same starting five as well. Jackson City with the basketball. Ritchie in the corner, fakes Crabtree, goes around him, kicks it back out on top. Howard, his shot's no good. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Barker. Tried to get it to Griffith, and it goes out of bounds back over to Jackson City. Good hustle on the play. They just couldn't keep the ball in between the lines. That happens sometimes.
Can't fault them for trying.
Gideon Bowling comes into the front court, gives it to Howard. Howard back to Bowling on the wing to Ritchie. Bowling top of the key. The 5'8 freshman plays catch with Paxton Howard. Evan Phipps faked the three. Ritchie drives down the lane, puts it up off the glass. No good. Barker with the rebound. Aiden into the front court. Finds Crabtree. His shot up off the glass and in.
10 for Tyson.
Good assist for Aiden Barker. 10 points for Tyson Crabtree. Gavin Ritchie misses the three. Griffith with the rebound. Here they come again. Into the front court, down the right side. Crabtree underneath. His shot's no good. And Jackson City comes away with the basketball. Jacob Morgan.
I'm just a little too far under the rim for that.
Bowling in between the circles, gives it to Evan Phipps. Phipps comes to Ritchie. Near side, Paxton Howard. Evan Phipps gives it to Ritchie. Down in the paint to Morgan. He tried to get a shot off. A whistle stops the play, and the foul's called on Barker. Barker picks up his first. That's a team first. Jackson City will toss it in. Ritchie will throw it in for him. And that pass is picked off by Crabtree. Into the front court, Lake Atkins down the lane, off the glass, count it. And Lake will go to the free throw line. He'll try to complete a three-point play. Jackson City fouls on Phipps. And Lake Atkins goes to the free throw line to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And he does. He's got 16 points now.
Leads 24.
38-14. And Skylar, that's one thing you notice about Elliott County. When they get a rebound or a turnover, they're up the floor right now with it.
And it's always been that way. Greg's always had these kids to be conditioned well and just get out and give 110% when you're playing.
They're looking straight ahead to the other end when they get the basketball. Morgan on the wing. And they call Barker for his second foul. He reached in behind and knocked it away. Second team foul on Elliott County. Ritchie will throw it in. Ritchie out of the corner, three ball, no good. Crabtree rebound. Barker in the front court, down the right side. Takes it inside the circle, gives it to Crabtree, puts it up off the glass and in. And again, Barker to Crabtree. Tyson with 12. Elliott County scored the first 7. That shot's no good. Rebound comes off to Griffith. Here they come. Into the front court. Down the right side of the lane, high off the glass, no good. Crabtree, offensive rebound, back up, no good. Griffith gets the offensive board, and we'll have a foul on Jackson City. That'll be on Jacob Morgan. So this will be the third attempt on this possession for Elliott County to try to see if they can score. They lead by 26. And they've scored the first 7 points here to start the second quarter. Faulkner gets it into Atkins, fakes a three on the wing and backs it out. Faulkner in the corner, he'll take the three, and it's good. Bottom of the can for Elijah.
That'll get him in the scorebooks for tonight. Good hand.
43-14, lead 29. Faulkner picks up the foul for Elliott County as Copley checks back into the lineup for the Lions for Barker. Timeout on the floor by Elliott County. We'll take it with them. 4:44 left on the clock here in the third quarter. 43-14 Elliott County. We'll be back to Sandy Hook in 30 seconds.
In today's world, staying connected is more important than ever. We're not just here to sell you a plan or a phone. We're here to serve you because we live and work right here in the communities we call home. At Appalachian Wireless, you're not just another customer. You're our neighbor, a friend, and a part of our family. We're here to keep you connected to what matters most. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Well, Skylar, Elliott County scored the first 10 points here in the second half. They've opened this up to a 43-14 lead.
Yeah, can't be disappointed.
Copley takes it away from Ritchie. Finds Lake Atkins cutting down the lane. Lake scores. Copley with the assist. Atkins with the bucket. He's got 18 in the game now. 45-14, lead 31. Morgan misses that shot in the lane, and I believe they called him for an offensive foul.
Oh, they called him for a travel.
They called him for a travel. Turnover, Jackson City. So Elliott County scored the first 12. We'll see if they can make it more. Atkins in the corner, 3-ball on the way, and they do. Lake Atkins having a heck of a game.
Good pass by Ethan Copley.
He's got 21, and the lead's 34. Ritchie, top of the key, gives it to Phipps on the wing, and they'll call Copley for the foul. Ethan picks up his first, team foul number 4 on Elliott County. Ritchie will throw it in. Gets it into Paxton Howard. Evan Phipps on the wing. Morgan to Bowling. Now back out on top, Ritchie. 3 on the way, Paxton Howard, and it's good. First 3 points of the second half for Jackson City, 48-17. Griffith in the corner, Copley 3 on the way, good. Copley with the bottom of the can. Ian Griffith with the assist. Ethan Copley with 5. And leads 51-17. Back to 34. Paxton Holbrook puts it up off the glass and in, or Paxton Howard, I'm sorry. Howard has 5 in the game now.
Good pass.
Faulkner 3, right corner, good.
Assist from Crabtree.
Elijah has 6 in the game now. That's a 35-point lead. The clock should run from this point forward. Ritchie with the 3, no good. Rebound chased down by Lake Atkins. Atkins in the front court, down the left side of the lane, off the glass and in. Uncontested all the way to the hoop. 23 points for Lake. 56-19. 23-5, Elliott County's outscored Jackson City here in the third quarter. That shot by Ritchie was blocked by Griffith. He brings it into the front court. No look pass to Crabtree, off the glass and in. Tyson Crabtree with the bucket. Ian Griffith with the assist. Crabtree with 14. And they continue to build on the lead. 58-19. 39-point lead. Bowling with the basketball, Faulkner on him. Now Crabtree picks him up on the left side. He comes back out on top to Ritchie. Ritchie to Phipps on the wing. Phipps drives down on the baseline, kicks it back to Howard. Paxton Howard, top of the key, 3. Ritchie on the way. Front of the arm, no good. And the rebound comes off to Ian Griffith. Baseball pass ahead to Copley in the corner, 3 on the way, good. Ethan Copley, Fred with the triple. He's got 8 in the game, and the lead's 61-33. 61-19, I'm sorry. Another missed shot. Copley in the front court, down the lane,
good
high
take.
off the glass and in. Ethan Copley scored the last 5. He's in double digits with 10. 63-19. 44-point lead. Elliott County's put 30 on the board here in the third quarter. Morgan, turnaround shot, no good. Copley with the rebound, gets it to Lake Atkins in the front court, pulls up 3, left side, good. My goodness. What a shooting exhibition.
What
26
back
points.
We've got.
66-19. They had 33 at halftime. They've got 33 in the third quarter. What a quarter. Paxton Howard's fouled as he goes up with the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. Crabtree will pick up the foul for Elliott County, his first. And that's the end of the third quarter. Elliott County had 33 at the break. They score 33 in the third quarter, and your score at the end of 3. Elliott County 66, Jackson City 19. We'll be back to Sandy Hook with the fourth quarter right after this. Shoot. if not the best quarter of the year for Elliott County, it has to be close to it. They scored 33 points in the third quarter. They lead 66-19. Lake Atkins leads them with 26, 14 points for Tyson Crabtree and 10 for Ethan Copley as we start the fourth quarter. Copley, Barker, Arrowwood, Faulkner, and Slose on the floor for Elliott County to start the fourth quarter. Jackson City with the same 5 on the floor. Morgan, Ritchie, Phipps, Bowling, and Howard. Copley kicks it out to Faulkner. Now Ethan in the corner, back to Faulkner. His long 3 on the right wing, good, and the 3-point barrage continues. Faulkner with 9.
69-20.
49-point lead. Phipps with the basketball, comes near side to Ritchie. Ritchie was looking for Holbrook down inside. Now they come back out on top. Phipps floats it to Howard. Back to Phipps, near side Ritchie. Now they try to go down inside to Morgan, and that pass is taken away by Copley. Ethan into the front court. Gives it to Slose, to Faulkner in the corner, back to Copley. Elliott County works the perimeter. Now Copley drives down in the lane, kicks it in the corner. Faulkner 3, no good. And the rebound comes off to Bowling. Bowling in the front court, gives it to Ritchie. Ritchie's double teamed. They get it in the corner, 3 on the way. Paxton Howard, good. Howard with 9 points in the game. 69-23. Copley 3-ball, right wing deep, good, and Ethan's feeling it.
Give him 13.
72-23. 49-point lead. Morgan double team. Copley takes it away from him. Ethan gets the pass to Faulkner, off the glass, no good. And it goes out of bounds to Jackson City. Clock continues to run. Ritchie on the wing. Gavin Ritchie, 3-ball, good. He's got 9 in the game now. 72-26. Slopes in the corner. Top of the key, Copley. Arrowwood to Barker. To Faulkner. Fred in the corner. That shot was blocked. Jump ball's called. Possession arrow points to Jackson. As Lake Atkins, Ian Griffith, and Tyson Crabtree checks back into the lineup for Elliott County. For Copley, Barker, and Faulkner. Clock down under 4:30 now left in the game. Howard drives in the paint, kicks it in the corner. 3 on the way, Jacob Morgan, no good. Long rebound, Gavin Ritchie up over Crabtree, misses the shot, and Tyson gets the rebound. Gets it to Ian Griffith. Griffith in the front court, right side. Now backs it out in between the circles. And Jackson City will sub in 4 here at the next opportunity. Clock under 4 minutes. Arrowwood 3, good. Canaan with his first 3 points of the game. And the lead's back to 49. Ritchie 3-ball, no good. Rebound, Griffith. In the front court. In the corner to Lake Atkins. 3 on the way. Good. Halfway down, come back up, went back in. 29 now for Lake. And the lead's 52, 78-26. Tancher, Holbrook, and Gross checks into the lineup, along with Pugh for Jackson City. Colin Pugh with the basketball. Gives it to Tancher. Back to Pugh, near side Bowling. Pugh fakes a three, pulls his dribble up, now he's in trouble. Gets it to Tancher. He misses that shot, but it's put back up and in by Bowling. Gideon Bowling with the bucket. That's his first two. Leads 50. Slose finds Atkins on the block, kicks it back outside to Arrowwood. Caden Slose, wide open three, no good. Offensive rebound, Crabtree back up, no good. Second time, up, no good. And finally, Jackson City, Holbrook comes away with the rebound. Bowling in the front court. Gives it to Holbrook. Back to Bowling. Pugh. Holbrook almost has it taken away. Now gets it in the corner to Gross. Gross drives down on the block, puts a shot up, no good. Griffith with the rebound. Ahead to Arrowwood, off the glass and in. Griffith with the assist, Arrowwood with the bucket. And Elliott County's hit 80. (80-28) as Crabtree, Atkins, and Griffith will go to the bench now. Faulkner, Barker, Slose, Copley, and Arrowwood on the floor for Elliott County. Last 90 seconds. Bowling gets the ball to Tancher. His three's up, no good. Offensive rebound by Pugh, and they'll reset. Top of the key, three, Bowling, good. Gideon Bowling, he's got 5. 80-31. Clock down under a minute. Slose kicks it in the corner. Kane and Arrowwood, 3 on the way, good. Nothing but the bottom of the can. Again, he's got 8. And they've hit 83.
So they've scored 50 points in the second half.
And that's been with a running clock, too, here for the last quarter plus. Clock to 30 seconds now. Holbrook on the wing. Gets it to Pugh, now over to Bowling. Pugh, 3 on the way. No good. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Jackson City. 15 seconds. Bowling will toss it in. Gets it into Gross. He loses it, but it's picked up by Holbrook, and his turnaround shot's good. And that'll be the last bucket of the game. So a final here in Sandy Hook, all Elliott County, as they defeat Jackson City 83-33. And we'll be back to Sandy Hook to take a look at the final statistics and wrap this thing up here in just a couple of moments.
In today's world, staying connected is more important than ever. We're not just here to sell you a plan or a phone. We're here to serve you because we live and work right here in the communities we call home. At Appalachian Wireless, you're not just another customer. You're our neighbor, a friend, and a part of our family. We're here to keep you connected to what matters most. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
The Citizens Bank is a locally owned bank that offers totally free checking for everyone. No hoops, no hassle. With our totally free checking, enjoy banking on the go with mobile banking, mobile deposit, bill pay, and the ability to send money to friends, family, and co-workers instantly with Zelle for free. Call or stop by today at one of our 5 banking centers for more information. The Citizens Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Traditional Bank, we believe better banking starts in our community. Whether we're serving on a board, volunteering for an event, or helping you open an account, we are proud to call Menifee County home. Call our team at 606-768-2145 to connect with your hometown bankers. Traditional Bank. Lead local, serve local. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Go Cats!
Back here in Sandy Hook at Rick May's Gymnasium, all Elliott County tonight as they defeat Jackson City 83-33. Skylar, what are you up for the game?
Well, how about the second half fire streak that Elliott County caught? They shot 19 of 28 from the floor for 68%, and 11 of 14 from behind the three-point line for 79%.
We was talking about them at halftime. What was it in the first half? 1 of 8?
1 of 12.
1 of 12.
So they finished 12 of 26 from behind the three-point line for 46%. They shot 34 of 61 from the floor for 56%. They hit all 3 of their free throws. They had 35 rebounds, 18 assists, and 1 turnover. Stark contrast for Jackson City. They was 12 of 45 for the game for 27%. They hit a quarter of their three-pointers, 7 of 28 for 25%. They was 2 of 5 for their free throws for 40%. They had 18 rebounds, and they had 12 turnovers. Not really a whole lot to say about that other than Elliott County looks tuned up, and I don't think it will be quite the same game that we'll have here this coming week.
No, I don't believe it'll be this way Friday night. Let's take a look at the final individual scoring statistics for both teams. First, for Jackson City, they were led in scoring by Gavin Ritchie and Paxton Howard. They had 9 points each. Paxton Howard, all 9 of his points in the second half. 8 points for Jacob Morgan. He was shut out in the second half. He had all those in the first half. 5 points for Gideon Bowling and 2 points for Caden Howard. Brings us to a total of 33 for Jackson City. For Elliott County, they had 3 players in double figures, led by Lake Atkins with 29 points. He had 13 in the first half, 16 in the second half. 14 points for Tyson Crabtree. Great game for Crabtree. 8 in the first half, 6 in the second half. 13 for Ethan Copley. Ethan had 11 of those 13 in the second half when he caught far from the corner. 9 points for Elijah Faulkner. 8 points for Kanan Arrowwood. 6 for Aiden Barker. And 4 for Ian Griffith rounds out the 83 points in scoring for Elliott County. Elliott County outscored Jackson City 19-6 in the first quarter, 14-8 in the second quarter, and they led by 19 at the break, 33-14. In the third quarter, Elliott County hung 33 points on the board, matching their first half total. They outscored Jackson City 33-12 in the third quarter and led 66-20 going into the fourth quarter. They outscored Jackson City in the fourth quarter 17-13, and they pull away for a 50-point victory, 83-33. Elliott County scored the first 12 points of the game to go up 12-0. They had a 15-point run in the third quarter to blow this game open. They led by 20, was their biggest lead in the first half at 33-15, and their biggest lead in the second half was 52 at 83-31. Elliott County with a win improves to 12-5 on the season. They've won their last 2 games now. Their next opponent will be in Olivefield on Wednesday evening, a 7:30 tip, as they'll take on the West Carter Comets in a 62nd District game, and they'll be back here at Rick Mays Gymnasium on Friday evening to take on the Boyd County Lions from the 64th District. Boyd County fresh off of a big win over Ashland, 72-66 last Friday evening in Anderson Gymnasium at Ashland, and they'll take on Boyd County. That game will tip here at 7:30, and we'll have that game on MTTV Channel 2. Jackson City with the loss falls to 3-17 on the season. They've now lost 3 straight. They'll be back in action on Thursday evening, a 7:30 tip. They'll be at home at Jackson City as they take on the Redbird Cardinals out of the 13th region from Beverly, Kentucky. And again, that game will tip at 7:30. We'll be back on the air on Friday evening, 7:30 tip, Boyd County and Elliott County. We hope you've enjoyed this game this evening wherever you've watched us at on our MTTV cable system across Elliott, Menifee, Morgan, Wolf, and parts of Bath County. Or if you've watched us on our SpreeTV channel on YouTube, we hope you've enjoyed the game. We'll see you back here in Sandy Hook on Friday evening. Until then, good night, everyone.
This has been a SpreeTV production. We thank our subscribers, members, and sponsors for keeping it local with SpreeTV. We'll see you next time.